Hello everyone, welcome back to the channel. Today we're diving deep into one of the most shocking developments in the war between Ukraine and Russia. The moment Ukraine made Crimea practically defenseless. What's unfolding right now could change the entire direction of this war and redefine the map of Eastern Europe. Russia is running out of oplings, its defenses are crumbling, Ukraine's strategic brilliance is now on full display. Crimea, once seen as an untouchable fortress, is suddenly vulnerable like never before. Let's break down how this happened, what it means for both sides, and why Russia can't stop what's coming next. When Russia annexed Crimea back in 2020, it was considered one of Putin's biggest victories. It gave Moscow access to the Black Sea, control over key naval routes, and massive propaganda value. For years, Russia poured billions into fortifying the peninsula. It built air defense systems, radar networks, and heavily armed bases. Crimea became one of the most militarized regions in the world, filled with S-400 missile systems, fighter jets, and warships. Russia believed it was untouchable, but Ukraine's strategy has changed everything. In the past year, Ukraine has developed and deployed a series of long-range strike capabilities that have flipped the balance of power. The most notable of these are Ukrainian-made drones and missiles that have repeatedly hit targets deep inside Crimea. From Sevastopol's naval base to Saki airfield to oil depots and command centers, Ukraine has shown that nowhere in Crimea is safe anymore. Each strike has chipped away at Russia's air defense network and its psychological confidence. Ukraine's tactics are no longer about just fighting on the front lines. They've turned the war into a test of intelligence, precision, and deception. With the help of Western technology and intelligence, Ukraine is using real-time satellite imagery, advanced targeting systems, and decoys to confuse Russian defenses. The result is devastatingly effective. The once feared S-400 systems, designed to stop any incoming threat, have been repeatedly destroyed. One by one, Ukraine is dismantling the layers of protection that Russia built around Crimea. The key turning point came when Ukraine began targeting the S-400s and S-300 missile systems directly. These systems are the backbone of Russia's air defense network, and without them, Russian forces are exposed. Ukrainian-made Neptune and Storm Shadow missiles have proven capable of hitting and destroying these high-value targets with remarkable precision. Every time one of those launchers explodes, a gap opens in Russia's shield over Crimea. That gap allows more drones and missiles to slip through and hit deeper targets. Satellite images over recent months have shown massive damage to Russian military infrastructure in Crimea. Air bases once packed with fighter jets are now scarred with craters. Oil storage facilities are in flames. Ammunition depots have been hit, and command centers have gone silent. Even the Black Sea Fleet, once a proud symbol of Russian power, has been forced to retreat. Ukraine has sunk or damaged multiple ships, including landing vessels and submarines. The naval headquarters in Sevastopol has been struck several times, showing that Russia's dominance at sea is slipping away. The psychological effect on Russian troops stationed in Crimea has been devastating. Soldiers are demoralized, supply lines are overstretched, and communication between command centers is breaking down. The fear of constant drone attacks has forced them to move equipment, hide vehicles, and sleep underground, but Ukraine's reach keeps expanding. Russian troops are beginning to realize that nowhere is safe. Not their bases, not their ports, not even their radar stations. At the same time, Ukraine is building momentum on the battlefield. Its forces are advancing methodically through southern Ukraine, targeting logistics hubs and key transportation routes. By cutting off supply lines from the mainland to Crimea, Ukraine is effectively isolating the peninsula. The Crimean Bridge, one of Russia's proudest engineering achievements, has been hit multiple times, disrupting the flow of fuel, ammunition, and reinforcements. The more Ukraine isolates Crimea, the weaker it becomes militarily and economically. Ukraine's leadership understands both and symbolic objective. True is both a military and symbolic objective. For President Zelensky, liberating Crimea is about restoring Ukraine's territorial integrity and delivering a final blow to Putin's legacy. But Ukraine isn't rushing in blindly. Instead, it's following a step-by-step strategy. Destroy air defenses, strike logistics, isolate Crimea, and only then move toward liberation. This approach is not just tactical brilliance, it's psychological warfare. Every explosion in Crimea sends a message to Moscow that its grip is slipping. Russia, on the other hand, is running out of options. Its once vast stockpile of precision missiles is dwindling. The sanctions have crippled its ability to produce new advanced weapons, and while it tries to bring in supplies from North Korea and Iran, those shipments can't make up for the scale of losses. Russia's air defense systems are stretched thin, trying to protect both the front lines and key cities like Moscow and St. Petersburg. That leaves Crimea even more exposed. The situation is further complicated by political and logistical challenges inside Russia. Corruption in the military has reached new levels. Funds meant for defense and fortification are being stolen. Soldiers are complaining about shortages of equipment, poor leadership, and low morale. Videos have surfaced of Russian troops begging for help or refusing to fight. Even among pro-Russian populations in Crimea, Yungais, civilians are fleeing the peninsula. Fearing that a Ukrainian counteroffensive is inevitable. What's remarkable is how Ukraine has maintained secrecy all this. Every attaining secrecy and disciplined. Every attack of a mix of old careful or planned, often using the mix of old sovereign era tricks, modern Western tricks, and modern Western precision. Decoys and electronic jamming confuse Russian radar systems, while drones swarm from multiple directions. By the time Russia realizes it's under attack, it's already too late. Ukraine's military intelligence has also played a major role. Using sabotage units and informants inside Crimea, Ukraine has gathered valuable data on Russian positions and movement. These operations are often invisible to the public, but crucial to the success of each strike. Bridges, railways, and communication lines have been sabotaged from within, adding to the chaos. Russia's command structure in Crimea is now paralyzed, struggling to respond effectively. Meanwhile, Western allies have stepped up support. The UK's Storm Shadow missiles, France's Scalp EG systems, and American drones have all given Ukraine unprecedented striking power. But it's not just about weapons. It's about intelligence sharing. Western satellites and surveillance aircraft provide real-time updates, allowing Ukraine to pick the perfect moment to strike. This fusion of Western technology and Ukrainian courage has proven unstoppable. The Kremlin is in a panic. Putin's government is desperately trying to reassure the Russian public that Crimea remains safe. But the reality is impossible to hide. Explosions and fires are visible from miles away. Local residents post videos online showing destroyed facilities, burning ships and military convoys in disarray. Even Russian propaganda channels are struggling to explain how these strikes troubled happening, despite their so-called penetrable defenses. Behind the scenes, Russia is deploying emergency repair teams to patch up the damage, but it's a losing battle. Every time they fix one site, Ukraine hits another. The cost of defending Crimea is skyrocketing. Fuel depots are destroyed faster than they can be replaced. Ammunition stocks are depleted. Repair crews work under constant threat of attack. The once strong Russian presence is now fragmented, forced into survival mode. One of the most symbolic moments came when Ukraine successfully hit the headquarters of Russia's Black Sea Fleet. The attack demonstrated that even the most secure military installations could be penetrated. Satellite photos later showed the extent of the destruction. A huge hole in the roof, burnt vehicles, and chaos on the ground. The message to Moscow was loud and clear. Your dominance in the Black Sea is over. This shift has massive geopolitical implications. Without control over Crimea, Russia loses its strategic access to the Black Sea and its influence over southern Ukraine. NATO and Ukraine can then reshape the entire security balance of the region. The Black Sea would become a safer route for grain exports, and Ukraine's economy would start to recover. For Russia, losing Crimea would be an unthinkable humiliation, a blow that could shake Putin's regime itself. Inside the Kremlin, fear is growing. Advisors are divided, generals are arguing, and some insiders are reportedly warning Putin that Crimea could soon fall. But instead of changing course, the Russian leadership continues to double down, sending poorly trained recruits and outdated weapons into the fight. It's a desperate attempt to project strength while everything around them collapses. Ukraine's military intelligence has also revealed signs of panic among Russian officers in Crimea. Many are reportedly evacuating their families and moving key assets further north. This exodus shows a deep loss of confidence in Russia's ability to hold the peninsula. Is now preceded Russia's withdrawal from Kherson, is now repeating itself in Crimea, Ukraine's next moves remain secret, but analysts believe a major operation is coming. With air defenses weakened and the Black Sea Fleet in retreat, the conditions are being set for something bigger. Some experts think Ukraine will launch a ground assault across the Dnipro region, while others predict a more surgical campaign using drones and missiles to collapse Russian command structures entirely. Whatever happens, one thing is clear. Russia no longer controls the pace of this war. Ukraine does. The morale difference between the two sides is striking. Ukrainian soldiers believe they're fighting for their land, their freedom, and their families. Russian soldiers are fighting because they're ordered to, often with no clear goal. That difference shows in every battle, every strike, and every victory Ukraine achieves. Even Russian civilians are starting to lose faith. Pro-war bloggers and former soldiers have begun openly criticizing the government's failures. Social media is filled with anger and disbelief. The myth of Russian invincibility has been shattered, and the loss of Crimea that be the final spark that turns frustration into rebellion. Ukraine's success also sends a message to the world that smaller nations can stand up to authoritarian powers with determination, intelligence, and unity. It shows that technology and strategy can defeat brute force. The story of Crimea is no longer just about territory. It's about the power of resilience and belief. As Ukraine continues its campaign, the pressure on Russia will only increase. Each strike, each explosion, each destroyed air defense system brings Crimea closer to liberation. Russia can try to rebuild, but it can't rebuild confidence. Once a fortress has been breached, it's never the same again. What's happening now is historic. For the first time since 2020, the people of Ukraine can see the possibility of reclaiming Crimea not as a dream, but as a realistic goal. Every move Ukraine makes is strategic, calculated, and bold, and every failure on Russia's part brings Putin closer to the edge. Crimea's fall wouldn't just mark a military defeat, it would mark the collapse of Putin's illusion of control. The world is watching as Ukraine turns the tide of history, one missile, one drone, and one victory at a time. The truth is, Ukraine has already achieved what once achieved what once seemed impossible. Crimea is no longer a symbol of Russian power. It's a symbol of Russian weakness. And as the days go by, it's becoming clearer that Russia can't stop what's coming next. This is not just a turning point in the war. It's a turning point in global politics. The age of unchecked aggression is fading, and the age of resilience is rising. Ukraine's message to the world is simple, and no occupation lasts forever, and no empire is invincible. So, as the world watches Crimea tremble under the weight of its own defenses, one thing is certain: history is being written before our eyes, and when it's all over, Crimea may stand as the ultimate proof that courage, strategy, and unity can overcome even the mightiest of foes. And that's the story of how Ukraine made Crimea defenseless, and why Russia can't stop what's coming.